Guys, we're back now. This is the best part for everyone. Start, sub, sell.
Right.
Today we have Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, and Lampard. You know the thing comes up. So, guys, who we going with? Start, sub, and sell. Let me start with you.
I start Lampard.
You start Lampard.
No. I start Gerrard. I sub Lampard. So where would Scholes go?
You sell him, innit?
You sell him. You get rid
Yeah, I
of
sell him.
you sell Scholes.
Easy.
Okay, keep that there. We're going to come back to your reasons why in a sec. Start, sub, and sell.
I'm going to try and do this as unbiased as possible, yeah. You start Scholes. You sub Gerrard. Lampard can go.
Okay, what are your reasons for
This is
selling?
tense still.
For selling,
Selling Scholes.
yes.
I can just only do one thing with Scholes.
Go on.
Just play him in the middle with someone else. And I've only ever seen Scholes do one thing really in my lifetime. He was an attacking goal scorer in the 90s. I was a baby.
This is where we're.
I was a baby. And
yeah.
if he was an attacking, if he was, I don't think he would, I don't know this, but I don't think he was as good a goal scorer as Lampard in his prime. If I could measure the two, I can't tell you that. Because Lampard, he's the best goal scorer midfielder ever.
Can we just
And
throw
he did
in
it.
there
And hold on.
that part of the goal
we'll come-
scoring
Hold on.
was a big chunk of penalties?
We'll come
come back.
Lampard was scoring goals in the age when he was so he was scoring goals 22, 23. He's got his numbers coming up at the same age as when Scholes was doing it. Lampard never really stopped, even when he was 29, 30, 31, 32, when Scholes was retiring from international football. So that's one excuse. Then he's lost his legs, starts giving away fouls. That's the midfielder that I know. So he's still a world-class passer of the ball, but so was Carrick. And I wouldn't pick Carrick over Gerrard in his prime. So the Carrick that I saw was the Scholes that I saw was just as good as Carrick. So yeah, and that's that. For me.
For
me.
Live your truth.
If you want to give me anything pre-2002, keep it to yourself.
Okay, cool. You've gone to start with Lamps. No, start with Scholes, sorry.
Scholes.
So, and sub
Gerrard.
Gerrard. Why sell Lampard?
Scholes and Gerrard offer me everything that Lampard has.
Fair enough.
What else can I... Okay, maybe a penalty here and there.
You're being cheap.
Am I being cheap?
You are being cheap.
Am
man.
I being
That's
cheap?
a cheap shot.
How is it a cheap shot?
Lampard's a great goal scorer.
Okay.
He's a good penalty taker.
Cool.
Scholes could have taken penalties if he wanted to.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Exactly. That's his problem.
How's that his problem?
That's
when
his
he
problem.
wasn't
That's
the
why
designated
he's not
penalty
as good
taker.
as Lampard.
Because he wasn't the designated penalty taker.
That's a big thing.
How?
What do you mean? You're 1-0 down.
We
you need a
had
point.
world-class strikers in our team that could do the job.
Yeah, and Scholes is supposed to be a world-class centre mid. He should be able to do that job.
But on your point,
He could. There's no reason he
On
couldn't.
your point, and this could be neither here nor there, but when you look at a lot of pros at the top level, and you ask them who the most gifted player they've come up against and one of the best players they've come up against, a lot of them say Paul Scholes.
Yeah,
and that's not a coincidence.
We've discussed this, isn't it? Many a time. But when Scholes was playing and they were giving out awards for best centre mids, none of them were voting for him because you don't have none of them. When they was giving out world player of the year, when they was giving out team of the year, so there's 2 slots for centre mids.
But none of them also voted for Carrick. And Carrick Carrick's one of the top midfielders of our generation.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not.
The Carrick shout.
Carrick's not. He's not the.
Carrick shout. I can 100% guarantee you was him throwing shade.
It was.
It was big time shade because we know that Carrick and Scholes were not of the same ilk. Yes, Carrick is very good, but he's no Paul Scholes. We know that 100%.
Just so you know, Carrick is heavily underrated.
Yeah, heavily. I'm a big fan of Michael Carrick, but they're still different types
Clearly
of
not
centre
that
mids.
big of a fan. Because
Why?
you think that there's a big level between Carrick's passing level. That's all Scholes could do at a certain point was pass.
Scholes is upper echelon.
He couldn't tackle. He couldn't chase, man.
Scholes has never been able to tackle.
All right then. So
Scholes has never been.
When
able to
has
tackle.
tackling been a big part of being a world-class
No
centre
problem. I'm
mid
just
forward?
saying there was weaknesses in Scholes' game everybody knew. So it's not like Scholes was the perfect central midfielder. He was good at keeping the ball.
and
Like,
Lampard,
he was good in possession.
Are you saying Lampard didn't really have a weakness then? Okay, if you took away the
What?
goal scoring,
I'm not saying that.
Hold on.
Okay.
If you took away the goal scoring from Lampard,
Nah, but he was elite.
okay, no, he's
And
an
so was
elite,
Paul Scholes.
elite goal
Yeah.
scorer, elite. So was Miroslav Klose, but we'll never call him world class.
I don't know that.
Do
It
you get what I'm
depends
saying?
on where you are. I'd never watched him that
do you get what
much.
I'm saying?
If you asked him in Germany, was he a world-class striker? They might
No,
say, yeah.
the general consensus is that he was a very, very good goal scorer. But the point I'm trying to make here is that if you take away the goal scoring,
Why would I do that?
what did Lampard offer you?
No,
Because
but this-
Lampard didn't score every
It's
game.
not like Lampard was the best goal. He was the greatest ever midfield goal scorer this country has ever seen. We haven't seen a better one. No one has scored more goals than Lampard. So it's not like I think
are
he's
we
very,
doing it just
very
because of goals alone?
He's the. You're not taking in
no,
the
no.
highest.
The point I'm
it's
trying to
like,
make.
Okay, you
The
don't.
point I'm trying to make.
You don't
You know
question
what,
Alan
No,
Shearer.
wait, hold on. The point I'm trying to make here is that is goals how you decide. Like that's your
No,
thing.
that's not
Whoever's
how.
got more
seems
goals.
That's
like
not
it.
how I
It
decided.
seemed like
I'm
it.
saying that this is Lampard's skill. So all three of them have a different skill. I think Gerrard is like more like, because he's such a passionate leader. You know what I mean? And because of the games that he made for Liverpool. He didn't lead them to a title. He didn't lead Liverpool to a title, and I think that's like something you can say. Maybe his ability wasn't as good as Lampard or Scholes. You can actually question that maybe he should have just left Liverpool. Maybe his ability was good enough and he could have left Liverpool. I think that was the case.
Some might say that, in fact, a lot of people say this, that England started to go downhill when Scholes retired from football. But yet,
They never won nothing with Scholes.
no,
They never
but
won
no,
nothing
no.
with Gerrard and
No,
Lampard.
but they should have, because if they had the right, because that's the golden generation. If they had the right leadership, they would have won something.
The golden generation, 2006?
I'm sure.
The golden generation, Scholes weren't there.
No, you had
He was there 2002.
I'm talking about the generation that had the Shearers, the generation that had the Sheringham's. But
Oh, the 90s.
you don't remember that?
I told you
that
pre-2002.
Yeah.
and
Don't-
the Gazzers. But what killed it was that they wanted to accommodate Lampard and
Weren't there
and
personal problems
if-
in that squad
and
as
if,
well?
And if they're so good, why is it that they weren't able to play together? If they were
I
so
think it was just three different kinds of centre mids. It's like having.
So wait, what are your reasons for starting Scholes?
For starting Scholes, I have no reason to suggest otherwise. He won trophies. With all of Lampard's goal scoring ability,
Lampard won trophies.
not as many as Scholes.
No, but he
Not
won
nearly
every
as many.
trophy. He won trophies.
Okay, cool.
Won
For-
every trophy.
For
that Scholes
all
won.
the goal scoring
And he got
ability,
more personal accolades.
for
than him.
all the goal scoring, because he scored goals.
That's not my
Because he
problem.
scored goals.
That's not
I'm
my
not saying
problem.
that's your problem.
He has personal awards
Okay,
for being a very.
whilst he was still
I'm
doing
talking-
that,
The thing
whilst
is,
he was still doing that, Scholes was still mentioned as being one
but
of the
they
best.
were-
You
I'm
couldn't
saying
just
they were
remove Paul
these
Scholes from a
mentions, like,
team.
these
Like, you put
honourable
Paul Scholes
mentions.
into a
Okay,
team.
what I would say to this, because we have to round this up, and I think it's clear to see who I would start. But
He came back from retirement, you know,
and
to
still
win us
forced
the
it.
league.
Okay.
with boots
okay.
from Sports Direct.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say.
£40.
This is what I'm going to say. I have never ever seen Gerrard or Lampard boss a midfield and control a game. On that note, guys,
You're joking.
so that will start sub and sell. Let us know what you think, and we'll be back with the weekend preview. Guys, thank you for watching our video this week. Remember, please subscribe, share, comment, like, and watch all our other videos, including this one there, that one there. But remember, press the subscribe button. Team Talk TV.